Good morning to all. Dear student, today I am going to start our biology class of chapter 6, Conservation of Plants and Animals. But before I start my video, I'll request you to please be ready with your books. So let's start. Chapter 6, Conservation of Plants and Animals. Here we are learning biodiversity, reasons for biodiversity loss, conservation of forest and wildlife. Biosphere. What is the biosphere? The part of the earth where life exists, it's called biosphere. The atmosphere, land and water, bodies like river, pond, ocean, etc., along with plants and animals that live there form the biosphere. So what is the biosphere? The part of the earth where the life exists, means where the lives are there, where the living beings are there. So that is called the biosphere. In the atmosphere, land and water, pond, ocean, like these things are there. With that, again the plants and animals where they live together, the plants, animals, the land, water, all will get together. That is called the biosphere. The variety in organism living in a particular region forms the biodiversity of that region. So what is the biodiversity? Many animals, different types of animals, many different types of animals are living in a particular region or in a particular area. That forms the biodiversity of that particular region. Okay. Let us learn more about biodiversity. So in this lesson, we will learn about more about the biodiversity. So what is the biodiversity, student? Maybe you know now. Biodiversity means a place or a region where the varieties of animals are living together. Not only one or two animals, many different types of animals are living together in that particular region. So that is called the biodiversity. So here we learn more about the biodiversity. Biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the number, variety and variability of living organisms at a place at a given point of time. Bio means life and diversity means variety. So biodiversity means what? Number, variety and variability, different types, their lifestyle, different habits, their varieties mean very different types and very different numbers organism at a place given point to time. So that is called the biodiversity. Bio means life and diversity means many or variety. So here some pictures are given, some images are given of the animals. Like this is given a forest. Here the water bodies. Here animals. Here these are the animals all together where you will get in a particular region. That is called the biodiversity of that particular region. Biodiversity varies depending on the climatic conditions of a region. Deserts have a different biodiversity as compared to the tropical rainforest. So biodiversity that varies means different type of biodiversity depending on the climatic conditions of that particular regions. Suppose in the desert, whatever the biodiversity, whatever the animals you will get, that will be not compared with the tropical rainforest. Maybe you will get a different type of animals in the tropical rainforest. Okay. India is a subtropical country with different kinds of habitats like the Thar Desert, the Himalayan region, the Western Ghats and the Sundarbans. Hence, it has a rich biodiversity. So, India is a what? It is a subtropical country. Okay, and here different kinds of habitats you will get. Like one side you will get the Thar Desert. Sometime one side you will get the Himalayan region, Western Ghats, Sundarbans. So India is a country which is rich in biodiversity. Here you will get many different types of biodiversities. Okay. Next is flora and fauna. The plants found in a region are called flora. The flora of a region depends on the climatic condition of the region. So what is a flora? Flora is the plants which are found in a particular region. Suppose some plants you will get in the some region but not in the another everywhere. Like in Assam, suppose you are getting some plants which you will not get in a Rajasthan. So this is the particular region, particular plants which are you will get in a particular region, that is called the flora of that region, that place. And this flora also depends on the climatic conditions of the particular region. Okay. Animals found in a region are called fauna. So what is a fauna? The animals which is found in a particular region are called as a fauna. The density and diversity of flora is closely related to the fauna, as plants are the source of food for herbivores and indirectly for the carnivores. Thus, flora and fauna are interdependent. So, flora and fauna, they are related to each other, they are interdependent to each other, they are related to each other because whatever the flora you will get in a particular regions, the fauna, the animals, they are used to eat that flora. Okay, that plants. Like herbivorous animals eat the plants, their food source is what? Only the plants. So they will eat the plants in that particular area, and they are also indirectly for the carnivores also. Carnivores also used to get their food indirectly from the plants. That's why carnivores also depend on the flora of that particular region. That's why the flora and fauna are interdependent. They will depend on each other. Next is, what is ecosystem? The interactions between organism and their environment in a given region form the ecosystem. The interaction between the organism and their environment, okay, means relation. The relation between the organism and their environment in a given region form the ecosystem. In a particular regions, the animals are related or dependent or habitual of their environment. So that is called the ecosystem. The living elements that form a part of the region are called the biotic factors, whereas the non-living entities are called the abiotic factors. So all the living animals or living plants or whatever the living beings are there in a particular regions are called the biotic factor of that particular region, and the non-living entities means non-living things which are present in that particular regions are called as the abiotic factors. The biotic factors include different kinds of plants and animals. The abiotic factor are the soil, water, temperature, etc. So what is the biotic factors? Like all kinds of plants and animals, and abiotic factors are soil, water, temperature of that particular region, etc. The interdependence of biotic and abiotic factor form an ecosystem. Example of ecosystem are marine ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, and pond ecosystem. So ecosystem is what? Where the biotic and abiotic factors are interdependent on each other. They are depending on each other. Okay, so that forms a ecosystem. Examples are what? Marine ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, and pond ecosystem. These are the ecosystem. system. Loss of biodiversity. Different kind of animals have a specific place in the food chain and food web. If one of them is destroyed, then the food web or the food chain get disrupted. So, different kinds of animals have a specific place in the food chain. So, all the different types of animals, they are having a specific place in the food chain or in the food web. If anyone will be destroyed, anyone will be damaged, then it's affect the food chain or the food web. Okay. In recent time, human interference has resulted in the loss of biodiversity to a great extent. Some human activities that are a threat to biodiversity are given below. So nowadays what happened? Human interference means human beings, they are doing so much their activities in the forest area, okay, due to which it's harm our biodiversity, and due to this the biodiversity are going to loss. Here are some human activities are given which cause the loss of the biodiversity. One is poaching. Animals are being hunted or trapped to obtain their body parts like skin, fur, bones, ivory and clothes, which are used to make traditional medicines, ornaments, etc. So what poaching means? Hunters, they used to hunt the animals not illegally, okay? They trap, they hunt the animals for getting their skin, fur, bones, ivory and clothes, and they use that to make a traditional medicines or ornaments, etc. So it is a very dangerous for our ecosystem, dangerous for our environment, because it's destroying our biodiversity. Next one, deforestation. It is one of the main cause of loss of diversity. When forests are destroyed, the animals that live in these forests lose their habitat, which may lead to their extinction. So, deforestation. Due to the destroying of the forest, deforestation cause that loss our biodiversity. Okay, because when the forest will be destroyed, where the wild animal will go? They will lose their habitat, and because of not getting their habitat, they will be decrease in their number, and one day will come when they will be extinct from the environment. Next one is pollution of air, water and soil. Due to the human activities is wiping out many plants and animal species. Pollution, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, these are caused due to the human activities, and this destroy our plants and animal species. Number D, introduction of new species to a particular region lead to the dominance of the new plant species over the native species. So in some place the new species are grown or species are formed or produced, due to which the native species, means original species of that particular area will be, the region will be destroyed. Next one, monoculture is the process of growing only that plant species which is of economic importance, instead of growing the native plant species. During afforestation programs, monoculture lead to the loss of biodiversity of that particular area. In some places, what the people they are doing, they are growing some plants which are having a economic values or economic important, instead of they are growing the native plant species. Means in that particular region, suppose some species are belong to that regions, they used to cut that species and they grow a species or plants which are economically valuable, so that destroy our biodiversity. Now, what is the importance of forest? Make a list of all the products you see at home that are made from the raw materials that come from forest. In our daily lives, we use products like honey, spices, gums, and resins, which come from forest. The timber used for making furniture and building material also comes from forest. Forests help in the formation of rain and control the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. In rural areas, people depend on forests for firewood, medicines, timbers, etc. Next is deforestation. Deforestation is the cutting down of trees and destructions of the forest on a large scale. The main causes of deforestation are given below. The requirement of land for building residential area, industries and for mining of minerals lead to clearing of forest. Increase in population has led to a high demand for food, crops and grazing land for animals, which has led to the clearing of forest. The rise in population has also led to higher requirement of timber, wood for fuel and other forest products like gum, resin, oil, medicines and spices. Consequences of deforestation. The human activities leading to deforestation have disturbed the balance of nature and has even caused natural calamities. The main effects of deforestation are given below. So deforestation causes many loss or many harmful effects in our environment. So here are some effects of deforestation are given. Number A, desertification. Overgrazing, removal of vegetation from soil and deforestation lead to soil erosion. Soil erosion leads to the removal of the fertile topsoil, exposing the soil beneath it. This soil does not support the growth of vegetation, leading to the formation of deserts. So desertification means what? Overgrazing or removal of the vegetation from a particular area or forest, it causes what? Soil erosion, and due to the soil erosion the topmost of fertile soil will be removed, exposing to the sun. So it will be when the air will blow or when the rain falls will be there, then soil erosion occur, and due to that the land will be not producing any plants because fertility will be go, and this cause form a what? Deserts. Flood. Due to the removal of vegetation from land, rain does not infiltrate or percolate into the soil. There is excess runoff water that gets collected and leads to flooding. Flood also causes soil erosion. Drought. Due to the removal of trees, there is an imbalance in the water cycle causing less rainfall. This eventually leads to the onset of drought. Increased greenhouse gases. Plants absorb carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Due to less vegetation, the excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere absorbs the heat radiated from the land and increases the temperature on the earth. This is called global warming, due to which the polar ice caps are melting, resulting in an increase in sea levels. So, increasing due to the deforestation, the carbon dioxide will be increased, and due to that the global warming will be caused, because carbon dioxide traps the sun heat more, and when the number of carbon dioxide or amount of carbon dioxide will be increased in the atmosphere, that trap more heat from the sun, and due to that global warming will be caused. And when the global warming caused, it melt the ice from the mountains or from the Iceland, and its result in the increasing of the sea level. Decreased rainfall and water table. The roots of the plant hold the soil and water percolates into the deeper part of the soil, creating a water table. However, when there are fewer trees, the runoff water creates floods. Soil erosion. Trees check the movement of wind and the flow of water. In their absence, the blowing wind and runoff water carry the topsoil away, making the land infertile. So, soil erosion, because tree will be not there, because the roots of the tree will hold the soil of that particular region or particular area. If tree will be not there, the soil will be free, and when there is a heavy rainfall or when there is a wind, it will blow the soil with them, and when the topmost soil will be blow out, the fertility will be decreased. Okay, so in that particular area the plants will be not grow properly. Okay, so student, this much for today's class. In the next class we'll study more about the conservation of forest, that is conservation of plants and animals. Okay, so student, in your group I will give some question answers from the previous chapter. Some question answers are left from the previous chapter. I will give you in the group, so you will write down that, and homework also, home assignment also I have given there. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.